Greetings YouTube, Sega Zombie here and welcome to another video. This video is going to be a channel update and you'll never guess it. A pickups video, guys. Yes, we've got pickups. I'm on a roll again, I'm on a roll. Now what I'm going to try and do, guys, is... Oh, we're back to the Budweisers on a pickups video. What we're going to do, guys, is, I always say this, but I'm going to try and keep my pickups videos a little bit shorter. So they don't go on for absolutely ages, and there's quite a bit here that's turned up in the last week or so since my last pickups video. So I thought, why not? Let's do it. Let's get back on the tubes and do it. I've been in the garden loads, just lapping up some sunshine. You know, this pale complexion of mine needs it. But yeah, I've been getting out of the house more, just trying to help my mental health really, guys. And yeah, I've avoided sitting in too much, getting out there, staying active, because, you know, we're into the 10th week here in the UK of lockdown. There is a couple of lockdown videos to come that I am working on. Might mix them up a bit and make them a little bit different. Also moving forward with the channel. There's a few subsets I want to collect, and I think I touched on them on my last pickups. There's a few subsets for the Spectrum that I'm really keen on starting, because the Hit Squad mission, it's a hard slog, and anyone that's collecting Hit Squad, fellow YouTubers like David Retro Games Played Badly, and Paul, Mr. Bads, and Jay, Cyber Snake, you know, we're all getting to that point now where picking up these last few games left, we're all into the teens now, and they're so tough, guys. Whoa. I think I've got one more Hit Squad game lined up, and that's the first one of this year, because my previous Hit Squads video was all stuff I picked up in 2019 that I hadn't shown you guys, and I was just playing catch up, but now it's literally one Hit Squad title. So, and I love Spectrum. Spectrum's where my gaming passion begun, as I always mention in my videos, and I'm always going to do a Specky video. And I think it'll be interesting to catalogue a few more subsets as we go along in the beginning of my journey, and it's good for me to document it. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing that. Also a series that I was working very passionately on last year, and that was the 16-bit Wars videos. I'm looking to get that started again. You know, now there's light at the end of the tunnel with the lockdown. I want to make sure this channel, and I've got plenty of content to share with you guys, because obviously it's been mental the amount of content I put out in the first half of lockdown. And it's been a deliberate action, guys, to slow that down a little bit for me, really. And, you know, just to get out more, you know, now certain limitations have been lifted a little. I think for my well-being, everyone's well-being, you've got to get out in this glorious sunshine at the moment and just make the most of it, guys. So that's sort of like my aim. That's a channel update, guys. So there is a lot more Spectrum stuff coming. There's definitely more Amiga stuff coming as well. You know, I really enjoyed the lockdown Amiga videos I put together, and I've got a few ideas moving forward with that as well. So there's going to be loads of content, guys. There really is. My little mind is buzzing. It's buzzing. As long as it's got passion, it's got nostalgia, I'll do it, you know. And the 16-bit Wars videos was something I really wanted to do, really passionate about. And I'm just hoping that I can get some fellow YouTubers involved, and that will be a great series. I'm really hoping that gets the whole community buzzing and talking about the 16-bit Wars, because in my gaming lifetime, that to me was the pinnacle. That was the best generation for me, was the 16-bit. I think you had Sega and Nintendo just absolutely chucking their all into the Mega Drive and the Super Nintendo. And there was only one winner from that, and that's us, the gamers, you know. It was mad times, and it was a great time to own a console. And then obviously you had Sony in the 32-bit era that took a lot of what the 16-bit era built and just ran with it, you know. And it's a really important part, and it's something I really want to cover a lot. Oh, I don't know what it is, but when I start talking, I'm getting a bit wheezy, guys. Bloody hay fever or COVID-19. Who knows? Yeah, as I was saying at the start of this video, before I waffled into a channel update, guys, is we got some pickups, and it's a right mixed bag, guys. I'm going to start with my newest pickup. I literally picked this up yesterday, and it was on the marketplace, because a lot of the local marketplace groups are open again now with the lockdown lift, as long as you follow social distancing and, you know, are sensible about it, you can sell again on there. And I picked up a Switch game. It's a game that sparked my interest because it's Platinum Games, but that's Astral Chain. Not had a chance to play it yet, guys, but it looks really good. I'm really looking forward to playing that. And this was a bargain, 20 quid paid. So I thought for 20 quid that's worth snapping up. And if I don't like it, I can move it on for 20 quid, you know. I don't lose out. So yeah, Astral Chain is the first one, guys, and a modern pickup there. And then next up off the groups, I'm trying to think what group it was. I think it was Gaming Paradise, or it might have been GGG. I'm not sure which group it was. It was definitely Facebook. And off my mate Mark Edwards, he put up a PSP. Now, for those of you that follow my videos, and when I was doing all the charity shops, God, don't that all seem so long ago? Going around the charity shops, all the hustle and bustle, the anticipation of where we're going to pick up some bargains. Oh, that all seems so long ago. But yeah, I've picked up a handful of PSP games. Just 50p, a pound paid for these in charity shops. And, you know, there's nothing too special there, but I don't have a PSP. And Mark put this PSP up for a great price. I think it was like 25 quid posted. Something along there. It comes with a nice hard case to put it in. The PSP itself is in really nice condition. Yeah, it's no scratches on the screen or anything like that. It all runs really great. The only thing that he did, which I did know about, is it's got a chip out of the case in there. I don't know if you can see that, guys, but that didn't bother me because I literally wanted this to play on. It's got a memory card in it. It's all geared up to play the emulators on it. It's got like the Mega Drive, Super Nintendo and the like on there. It's got no ROMs on it though, so none of that's set up. But I ain't really concerned about any of that. I'm more interested in just playing the games I pick up. And I'm really interested now in getting some of the Sega games, like this Sega Rally, Outrun, Afterburner. There's quite a few games that I really remember back in the day that I loved on my PSP. You know, I imported one of these from Japan, sort of like a year before they come out over here. And I remember this being the first handheld that truly gripped me. It really did impress me. Like having a PlayStation in your hand, it basically was. And it's good, you know. There's a lot of games I have fond memories of. One of them being Pursuit Force, which I've shown off in a previous video. That's the one that sparked it. I picked that up for like 50p. And, you know, I think at that price, I don't mind having. I was contemplating in two minds whether to just move the games on, but I'm thinking the price is paid for them. I might as well just keep it. And yeah, now I've added a PSP to the collection. That come with the official PSP case for games. And he also throwed in Taito Power-Up Legends, which is a great little compilation. That you've got Space Invaders Part 2, New Zealand Story, great game, Phoenix, I used to love that, Elevator Action, Crazy Balloon, Rastan Saga, which is another classic. Yeah, there's loads on here, guys, some really good games. And there's some enhanced ones for the PSP. But yeah, I'll give that a quick blast, and that is actually a lot of fun. And then he chucked in Bad Boys. The UMD video, and for those of you that know me really well, I absolutely love my films, and got this niggle saying, well, wouldn't that be a cool little set to get every single UMD video? You know, I know they don't look great or anything like that, but it's just a nice little niche thing to collect, and I'm thinking about it, guys. I really am. You know, am I going to go for it? Oh, it's just madness. The collecting is getting a bit mad, especially in this lockdown, I think. But yeah. And then we'll move on to some gifts. Now, you guys always blow me away, and David Roberts got in touch with me on Facebook Messenger and said, Scott, you know, I loved your lockdown videos. Thanks a lot for those. Have you got a certain game? And I was like, no, I haven't got any of those games in my collection, so I know I haven't got that one, mate. And he's like, I've got a double of it. I'd like to send it to you. And I was like, cool. How much do you want? He's like, no, this is a gift, mate. I don't want anything for it. Just a little thank you for the lockdown videos. And thanks so much, David. I really appreciate it. And that's Brian Lara Cricket. He sent that across to me. It's all in lovely condition. I don't actually have any cricket games at the moment on the Mega Drive, and that's going to sit really proud in the Sega wall, David. I can't wait to give it a little bit of a blast. I used to like cricket back in the day. Used to like playing it, but I don't like watching it. Definitely not a spectator sport for me, but I don't think I've ever played this on the Mega Drive, so it'll be interesting. I'm going to give that a blast, guys. Definitely, for sure. Thank you so much, David Roberts, for that. That's really kind. I really appreciate it, mate. And then that leads on to another gift. James Williams, JW, as we know him in comments on YouTube, and he's got his own YouTube channel. Guys, link down below. Go and check him out. Flashback TNT. He actually got in touch with me. We were chatting about Sega Saturn and stuff like that. Games that are good on the Saturn and things. And he sent me a picture and he said, Scott, I've got these Spectrum games. They've got no nostalgia to me, the Spectrum. The only nostalgia's there is it was a bundle I picked up a long time ago. Is there any games there that you want? And I was like, mate, there's a few games there that I would love to add to the collection. And again, James, so kind of you, mate. You sent these to me, you wouldn't even take postage. He sent these to me free of charge. And the ones I chose were games that I kind of remembered. The Boulder Dash games I remember really, really fondly back in the day. So he sent me Boulder Dash 1, Boulder Dash 2, and then Wild West, because I can't remember the names of a lot of the Western sort of cowboy style games on the Specky I used to play. The only one I remember the name to was Kane, which is a great little game. And I know there was others that I played, so every time I see a Western style game, I want it. Just to see if it's one that I played as a kid. I've not had a chance to load that one yet. But I'm itching to find out what that's about. If you could let me know in comments down below, that would be great. And then we've got a light gun game, which you can also use with joystick. And I have played this one. I enjoyed this one a lot. Bronx Street Cop. I can remember loving this back in the day when I had my light phaser. Or the Magnum light phaser. And yeah, a great little game. I really enjoyed it. You got your target practices. And then you go into the missions where you're just basically shooting villains at windows and coming out of cars and doorways. A great little points-based game. You progress when you hit a certain amount of points on the practice ranges. And then you have a certain amount of enemies to shoot in the missions. So it's a nice mixture. A great little game. Still holds up really well. Really enjoyed that. Thank you, James. Awesome little game. And then when I remember the cover too, I really remember that cover. The sort of like Magnum PI looking guy on the front. I can really remember that. But I couldn't remember the game. And it turns out it's a text adventure. I loaded it in. I couldn't even get off the first screen. I just couldn't figure out. You're in a dark room. And you know, look, turn on light. No, it's too dark. No, you can't do that. And I was a bit like, ew. You know, text adventures, got to be in the right mood for those. I loved them back in the day. So yeah, Wriggle's Revenge. Wriggles? Wriggles? But yeah, I remember that cover. Awesome, awesome. Just the nostalgia of the artwork. And then he had a series of games where I was like, do you know what? I don't actually own any of these. And I sit kind of in David, Retro Games Played Badly's camp here with Dizzy. And that's what we're talking about, guys. James sent me all the Dizzy games. I think he wants me to have a little play on them. I think I might, you know, guys. I'm going to have a play on these. I just remember I weren't very good at them. I just didn't have the logic or the patience to have the right items at the right time, and the fact that when you died you had to start all again. I didn't have the patience for it as a kid. I did load in this one, Quick Snacks. Really enjoyed that. Sort of like a take on... It's kind of a bit like Pac-Man, but yeah, you can slide the blocks around to kill the enemies. Yeah, it's kind of a bit like Pac-Man, Dig Dug, Boulder Dash, that sort of thing. Really quite a nifty little puzzle game. I really enjoyed that. And then we've got Fantasy World Dizzy. I bet you're loving this, Dave. Treasure Island Dizzy. I remember Treasure Island Dizzy a lot. I can remember playing that one a lot actually as a kid. The original Dizzy. And then Magic Land Dizzy, which I've never played this one. I'm pretty certain never played that. So there you go. There's all of those kindly gifted to me by James. Thanks, JW. That is absolutely fantastic, mate. Chuffed with that. And that's given me loads of games that I can use with the Spectrum videos moving forward as well. Because yeah, it's drying up, guys. It's drying up on the Hit Squad front. And then finally that leads us on to a system that I was really passionate about collecting late last year. So if you remember my videos or my pickup videos from then, it's a system that the ColecoVision is what we're talking about, guys. You can't see it in shot, but I really have got a soft spot for the ColecoVision. The box art is gorgeous. For those of you know, I used to have a massive Atari collection. I had Atari Lynx, Atari Jaguar, 7800, 2600. I had it all, and I had so much of it, and I sold it off. Probably started selling it off 3 or 4 years ago now, and it was only because, one, I was not using it, and over each year I was like letting one of the systems go. First of all was my 2600 stuff. I just wasn't using it, and I kind of regret getting rid of certain titles like Hero and some of the Activision and Parker stuff, because there's a lot of nostalgia there. But I sold it all up, and then later came the 7800. Then eventually I sold the Atari Lynx, which was sort of like early last year, I think that was. And then last year I sold my Atari Jaguar. So all the Ataris went, but there's a void there. There's a void for that era and that style of box art. And the ColecoVision fits that nicely. It's a system that me and my family didn't own personally, but a family friend did. And I used to love going around there playing the ColecoVision. And it had a kind of magic about it, because none of my mates or anyone else had even heard of it, you know. And I used to go and tell them about these great games, and it's like they didn't believe me. It was crazy. And I've gone onto eBay, done some deals on there. First one up is a bit disappointing. If I can, I'm going to put a picture in. I paid a good price for this game, because it's one I wanted to add, and that's Mr. Do. And this was in actually really good condition, fantastic condition. So I paid sort of the going rate for it. I think it was 20 quid. And look at that box art, guys. It's absolutely, I just love it. Where do you see box art like that? And but he sent it in a plastic bag. Can you believe it? You know, something that survived the test of time. 30 plus years in immaculate condition. And stupidity of putting it in just a plastic bag, no bubble wrap or anything. I couldn't believe it, and it has crushed the box, as you can see, guys. It's lost a bit of shape. I'm hoping I can do something with it, but the eBay seller was completely apologetic. I messaged him and I said, mate, you know, I'm a collector as well as a gamer. I'm a bit disappointed with the price I've paid, because I was paying the money for the condition, and unfortunately how you've sent it it's ruined that condition of the game. And he knocked it down so I could have it for cart only price. So I'm happy with that. It ended up costing me about a tenner with the postage. So more than happy with that. It's such a shame because look, if you look at the cartridge, guys, it's glorious. And this is an awesome conversion of Mr. Do. I can remember my sister liking this one and her friend, because it was actually her friend that I used to go around and play this, but the little book, that's in lovely condition. And it's even got the warranty card. So, you know, I was really gutted to see that it's took some damage. I'm hoping I can kind of do something with it. I do want to get some box protectors for all of my Coleco moving forward. But maybe a bit of ironing or something. I can get a bit of the shape integrity back into this box. So there we go, guys. There's Mr. Do, but it doesn't stop there. We've finally got a Parker game back in my collection, and that is Super Cobra. And look at this, guys. I love these boxes. Look at that fantastic artwork. Absolutely brilliant. This is kind of like a scrambled kind of style game, side-scrolling shooter, and yeah, you've just got to bomb and shoot the enemies on the ground, and yeah, they'll fire missiles and shoot back at you. You know the sort of game. You've got a screenshot there on the back. But yeah, in fantastic condition. It's got a little tiny bit of wear on the edge there, but overall it really is in glorious condition. I love the Parker boxes, how they lift up, and then you've got the manual there in really good condition for its age. And again, the cartridge is in fantastic condition. The label's held up really, really well. We've got no glue seeping through, which you find on some of these cartridges. And I'm really pleased to have that in the collection. Really enjoyed giving this a bit of a blast. What's really good about the ColecoVision is my daughter's at an age where she kind of hasn't got the confidence to play some games, ones that need fast-paced, loads of buttons, that sort of thing. So she really enjoys the pace and the more basic games that you get on the ColecoVision. So me and her will often in the evenings fire up the Coleco and play some Coleco games together. So that's really nice, that is. And it's a bit of quality of time with the daughter, and we've had loads of fun playing these games. She really did enjoy Mr. Do. She's not so keen on Super Cobra, that's more for Daddy, I think. Two more great games, fantastic box art to add to the collection. And there we go, guys, there's the pickups. A little bit more of an update. I finally managed to secure another shelving unit, so I think, fingers crossed, that's all I'm going to need. Is just the one more unit, a bit of rearranging here on this back wall, and we should be ready to go, guys, for a room tour, which I'm really eager to get done and get a room tour out there and show you guys the Sega retro pad. It's going to be brilliant, guys. But yeah, there's my pickups, and I hope you guys are enjoying this glorious weather. There will be a lockdown video really soon. It's been a week or so since the last one, but I've got two in my mind what I want to do, so I'm going to film them really soon. So until the next time, guys, I'm Sega Zombie. Goodbye.